Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In the previous video, I said that the bottom was in and most likely was solidified. I did say there was a chance that we could go lower, but I was actually wrong. I was wrong. The bottom was not solidified. Is the bottom solidified now? I mean, we'll talk about that today, but I still don't know. I can't answer for sure, but I was definitely wrong in my previous video when I said we bottom because we definitely did not bottom. We sweep the lows again. We actually went lower, but I have a couple things I want to talk about today, and hopefully, hopefully we can get it right. So you're not going to get it right 100% of the time with trading or with predictions, and I think I prematurely called the bottom, but nonetheless, I do want to talk about a couple things today. So we'll look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, CME gap, monthly and quarterly returns, annualized. We'll cover some market sentiment stuff, chart analysis, and I'll explain personally what I'm doing right now. So first, let's just start with the liquidation heat map. So right now, the majority of short liquidations are sitting around 15K area. And remember, Bitcoin follows the money most of the time. So the line that does line up with the CME gap around 117K, which makes me expect some sort of short squeeze. If that happens, we could see a big green candle pushing Bitcoin back into the channel between 112 and 124K. But I want to be clear that just because the liquidity sits around there doesn't mean that Bitcoin has to go there, okay? Bitcoin often likes to fake people out, and even though the upside liquidity cluster looks good, I wouldn't be surprised if we sweep down on these lows first, maybe to 106 or 105, just keep wiping out long positions before any real move actually happens. So next I want to talk about the monthly returns for Bitcoin on average and why is this important? I think this is important because September is not necessarily the best month. On average, the return is not green and it's probably one of the worst months out of Bitcoin's history. But that doesn't mean we couldn't go up, especially here because I noticed that August last year was negative, but then September ended up being positive, and the same thing happened in 2023. So I don't know if that's telling for what's going to come next for September in 2025, but it might give us a little hint. But that being said, I don't think September will give us a massive move. Either we form a new range or we front run some kind of expected September dip and we go up a little. I mean, I don't think it'll be much, to be honest, because I think the real move is going to end up coming at the end of the year in October and November. Because if you look at the average returns for those months, it's 21% and 46%. That's one of Bitcoin's best performing months is November. So that gives me more confidence that the bull market is not over yet. I know that people are saying it's over, but I definitely do not think it is because especially these last 2 months are the best months, and it's lining up with the ending of the bull market perfectly because there's about give or take 50 days. It could be less, it could be more, and I think they'll line up perfectly with this. And yeah, I think we're gonna have a good ending of 2025, and then obviously roll over into 2026. Okay, so next, let's just take a look at the quarterly returns. I think that this is also telling for what's coming next in the final quarter this year, and I do not think the bull market is over, as I said, because the quarterly returns tell a similar story. Q4 has historically been strong, and of course, it won't always repeat perfectly, but it still gives us more confidence that the bull run has legs, especially going into the end of this year. Okay, next. I know I went over that quickly, but I just want to go through this and talk about this real quick. So, I know this is a little silly. Basically, what this is somebody tweeted saying that they're selling their Bitcoin, and it's basically become a copy pasta, and I've been seeing it everywhere. and I think it's really stupid. But I want to talk about sentiment overall. If you've been on crypto Twitter lately, it's grim. Everyone's bearish, and there's a lot of copy paste tweets about this, obviously. But I think it's just people panicking. But to me, it's actually a bullish sign because when sentiment is this negative, it often means we're closer to the bottom. Like just last week, everyone was saying this cycle is different. This cycle is different. It's not ending. It's not ending. And we had a local top. So then we get a massive dump and it's a full 180. There's bears everywhere. And this flip in sentiment usually means, I think it means the market's exhausted and I think we're going to bottom out soon. This also aligns with the fear and greed index. The fear and greed index is showing fear right now, and I think that's healthy. It means people are scared, and scared money often signals that we're bottoming out. Um, I still think this cycle isn't over, and by my estimate, we still have 50 days, as I said. So Bitcoin could do a lot in just a couple days. Remember that. People tend to forget how quickly Bitcoin can move when we actually start rolling. So just be patient. Okay, let's get into the real juice here, which is the trade. So before I jump into the charts, you're probably wondering, did I get stopped out? I actually didn't because I lowered my stop to 106k and I'll be honest, that's probably not the smartest move. It's definitely risky and I wouldn't recommend it. It could easily backfire on me, but my gut is saying that we only sweep the lows. We can only sweep the lows so many times. And I'll admit I entered too early. I definitely got impatient and that was a mistake. I should have waited for confirmation for a bottom, but I've prepared myself for this. I knew we were gonna keep falling. I had it in the back of my mind. I obviously prepared with cash. I didn't go all in. I've been taking it nice and slow and just averaging down. And I have cash on the side still, and I'll keep adding it if I need to. But we haven't gone any lower right now, so I'll be patient. But yeah, that's basically what I'm personally doing. This might backfire, but we'll see what happens. So if we zoom in here, we do a little analysis on the chart. We can clearly see that Bitcoin bounced off this golden pocket. It did make a lower low, which is not great. But if you come here and I turn on this pitchfork, you can see on this pitchfork we actually bounced off this median line too. And we bounced off of it twice, which I think shows some strength. It's a support. If we come here, I wanted to let me get rid of this pitchfork, and then let me draw this falling wedge. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so if we draw a falling wedge here, you can see that we're close to a breakout point. I mean, we could still go much lower. We're not necessarily close, but I think we'll get a like a bullish engulfing candle eventually, and I think we'll break out of these. I mean, as I said before, we could go down to 105, 106, and then break out of this. But I mean, only time will tell, and we can only wait. And will I increase my stop more? I don't know. I mean, this could really backfire, but I just have a gut feeling, so we'll see what happens. I could be sorely wrong, but I think I'm going to be right. And even if we do just stay here and bounce back and forth for a while, I still want to keep this open and we'll see what happens. Even if we do sweep the lows, I fully believe that we're in a bull market still, and every dip so far has had the same pattern. I mean, if you just look here, you have this top, low, top, low, top, low, top, low kind of pattern. I mean, Bitcoin's been doing it, and Bitcoin loves to just sit in a range for a while until it finally breaks out, sits in a range, and then it breaks out, sits in a range, and then I think eventually will break out. It's been doing it the whole freaking cycle. I mean, look at this. It just keeps doing it, and um, we kind of just bounce up and down, bounce up and down. We fall out of it, or we just have a massive wick, and then eventually we just go up. I just think they're trying to get rid of as much leverage in the system as possible. It's just been a break of the range, sweep the lows, sweep the leverage out, pump back up, kick out the longs. It's just doing it back and forth. I think it's just manipulation, and I mean, I think they're just trying to bore everybody out, kick everybody out, shake out as many people as possible before they pump this thing either one last time, or maybe we have another weekly cycle low again, and then we pump up one more time. Who knows how long this thing will last, but for me, I think there'll be a one last pump, but we'll see. So just to end the video, for my closing thoughts, um, the liquidation heat map suggests a score, like a squeeze towards 115 to 117k. September might be slow, but October and November look historically strong. Sentiment is overly bearish, I think, which is usually a bottoming signal. And personally, I'm holding my trade, and I don't recommend my strategy at all. It is extremely risky, and it could be stupid, which I'm fully aware of, so I do not recommend it. If I was you, I'd wait until we fully bottomed out and had confirmation before opening a new long. But, yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's still in a bull market. This dip will end, and whether it's next week or by the end of September, I think patience is key here, and just don't get shaken out. Stay safe. The bottom will come in any day now. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be Monday. It is a long weekend, so enjoy, and yeah, guys, stay safe out there. Bye.